or your freedom will be missed. Ask yourself, why the world government on everybody's shit list? It's because you know we've been dissed, and we got a right to be pissed. I don't swing to the right or left. I ride with God because I'm blessed. God's gift to uplift, about to blaze a split and reminisce like Hamlet when he heard the abyss. I said it's time we resist like gorillas in the mist and fight the damn power for our freedom to exist. It's time we resist and resist with a 9-5. Resist the machine filled by greed and green. They try to pick us clean. How they get so mean? I think it's in their genes. They some strange ass beans, filthy rich elite teams, doing strange ass things. I think can't slide a hand like them David Blaines. Murder, kill to all you Jeffrey Epstein.
Hella mean.
Cause it's money they fiend. We don't want to join your team, we want the American dream. I don't want to join your team, we want the American dream. We don't want to join a team, we want the American dream. Fight the power. Fight the power. I'll ring your ear like an earring. Make your ears ring. Have you discombobulated because you can't believe what you're hearing? Make your ears ring. Make your lips sing. Make your body move from this groove you're feeling. They gave us social distance because they fear our resistance. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. They gave us social distance because they fear our resistance. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. Illusions are inheritable, weaving webs innumerable.
I say. Yes, y'all, it's about that time. Let's start the show with the video. There we go.
Shut the fuck up, sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me.
Yes, y'all, it appears we're on some takeover. Good morning, everybody. And now it's time to party. Good morning, No, I don't know. Look, the whole world is going crazy, right? But they don't control you, man. Only you can decide if you just gonna ride through it. Man, just think about some of the shit that X-Men have been through. You ever seen how bad Spider-Man got his ass whooped before, man? Mask all ripped up. It's not, you can't just go to Walmart and buy another Spider-Man suit, right? That's infinitely more traumatic than what a lot of us go through, and Spider-Man went through it. Wolverine went through it. Wolverine loved Jean Grey. If you're not in as bad a situation as Wolverine is, then just channel Wolverine and just be like, all right, let me act more like Wolverine today. Yo, what's up, Mr. Miyagi? I see you, Erica. I see you, Sarah. Hey, don't be scared to just be like, good morning. Tell us where you're at. Where are you at? Save all your sad songs and your tear jerkers. Step back. I'm the miracle worker. I'm the lyrical bastard blaster. Yeah, I could do that. All right. It's crazy world today. So I think today's the last day of the shutdown. What's crazy is you have to, at no point is any day going to get better. Right? like, yo, what's up, Cameron? Man, that's my dude. Remember when we did that Ararat together way back in the day? Ain't no day gonna get better, you know. In like the year 2000, they used to say, it's like the frog in the pot. You know, you got a frog in the pot and you turn up the heat, and the frog thinks he's in a hot tub, and he's like, "This is nice." And no, that frog, that pot, the the whole shebang. I said shebang like I was a 65-year-old man. Oh man, who taught me that word, man? I don't even know that word. But that pot, there's no water in the pot. That frog looks like a piece of mesquite charcoal, just all burned and shriveled, stuck to the bottom of the pan. The fire smoke detector's ringing. The whole kitchen is full of smoke. No more incrementalism. No more, oh, the frog in the pot. No, we are literally at that point. And if you are still not accepting that we're at that point, I don't know. I guess. Best of luck. Best of luck. And I don't say that. I don't laugh like because it's funny. That's just a laugh of resignation. Like I literally don't know how I convince you people to care more about what's going on. Man, I literally see people that go on the internet and take a quiz to figure out if you and all your friends were a fruit salad, which fruit salad ingredient would you be? And then you tag your friends as if your friends aren't busy. Perhaps I am one of those unfortunate friends that ends up being the grape in your social media fruit salad, right? Like, how do you have time to care about that? I know that I really don't have a lot of room to talk because I just figured out how to put my face as Captain America. So what? I know you're thinking, what did I just see? wait a minute. What's up, Josh? I hope you're doing well, player. Look, I'm like, really though, what did I just see? Let's watch that one more time. Was that me or was that Captain America? Or is there a reason you never see me and Captain America in the same place? Bro, Captain America is the man. Captain America, like when I was little, Captain America was just the dopest dude, man. Like he didn't even have a weapon. He just had a shield. Like literally, he came at you with a shield. That was so cool to me. Like his weapon is a shield, right? Psych, boom, smack you in the face with it. Or like throw it off the like 3 walls and knock your cigarette out of your mouth. But the fact that he just came with an obvious symbol that he wasn't really trying to fight, right? He just got a shield, man. I'm just gonna show up with a shield. And on the shield, oh glory. Captain America's my dude, man. I don't know what these guys these days did to patriotism. Oh, they ruined patriotism. Yo, when I was growing up, I would gain superpowers if I heard somebody just chanting, USA, 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 USA. I would just start growing like Apache Chief, just be like, Enocha, and just swelling in size, right? And I would feel such pride. Like when the Dream Team beat Angola by like 100 points. Or when Rocky was about to fight, Apollo Creed gave him the red, white, and blue shorts. Rocky was like, oh, crap. It's really unfortunate that Rocky turned into like a symbol for white privilege and keeping Mr. T down, right? Just remember this. Rocky 4 should have actually been Clubber 2, and Clubber Lang should have fought the Russian. Never forget that. That was one of the biggest hose jobs in the history of everything. As if Rocky was going to be able to come back and beat Mr. T after suffering such incredible mental and psychological, like physiological and psychological damage at the hands of Mr. T for being a paper champion. But what? Because he told Adrian on the beach that he was afraid to, and that was the montage. Him running in the short shorts and long socks with yes. Boom. So Mr. T should have got that. It's all a lie, man. That's what I'm saying. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. The patriotism, when you realize that the patriotism that we cheer for is terrorism to another country, right? Like, we are Darth Vader. We're every bad guy ever that went over and took somebody else's land and stole their oil and compromised their environmental protection laws in the name of foreign aid. And then that foreign aid is tied to caveats that money can only be spent with American multinational corporations. And the interest rate on those loans is pretty crazy, right? So we're not the good guys. Patriotism isn't the great shit. But that doesn't mean that Captain America ain't the man. Because remember, he broke away. He told Tony Stark to F off. Y'all thought I was going to do it. Y'all thought I was just going to take advantage of it because it was 11. Blam! So if you want to know, I was the banana in the fruit salad. Also, if you want to know where to get the edgy merch, like the stuff I show up here, sometimes I wear like this gear right here. Boom, working class streetwear. All you got to do is go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Use the promo code Coffee and Bong Hits. You get 10% off your entire order, and you get some edgy shit like F the President. Like, look, you can match up my shirt with the logo. Okay, we're not trying to do that. We are trying to get a move on, though. Hey, remember this though. Tonight is tonight's a big deal because tonight is the Fuck 12 News. Tonight's the F12 News F12-a-thon. It's the F12-a-thon. We're going to go live with everybody we can find in the whole city and just tear it up until we get those chips to get Fuck 12 News off of social media and get it into a real.com because Zuckerberg keeps trying to hit us with the no. No. Yo, don't forget about the 5XL FM satellite television. It's not FM satellite television. It's FM, satellite, television, Okay, let's get back to where we were with the overlay. And don't forget that we're going to be joined today in probably 10 minutes or something by Josh Larson. And we're going to talk about two things. One, does Joe Biden and Kamala Harris legalize or federally decriminalize cannabis? Because if they do, they will be the two least likely people that you can ever imagine doing that, right? We had a hip black guy who'd smoked it. He didn't do it. We had an old pervert Bill Clinton who smoked it. He didn't do it. Bill Clinton is just like a drug addict, right? You know Bill Clinton does drugs. Look at his freaking face, right? But Obama was cool. Obama even said he smoked it in his obituary, right? People are like, the black guy will definitely legalize it. He didn't do it. Then Donald Trump, he owns a casino. Plus, he doesn't care about shit. He hangs out with Jeffrey Epstein and grabs people's private parts. So you think, well, Donald Trump will legalize weed, but Donald Trump hangs out with losers like Jeff Sessions, right? So all he's getting out of that is free cookies. You're not getting legalized cannabis out of that. Bill Barr, that fool, he ate Jeff Sessions, so you're not getting anything out of that. And then, so So you'll be like, hey, man, I guess I could legalize pot. And you're like, no, Jack, I'm going to be the one to legalize pot. I still ain't made that bit work. I still have not made that bit work, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. But Joe Biden, I don't need to tell the people that watch this show who Joe Biden is, right? No, is Zuck in the Senate this morning? Let me go find him real quick, man. Let me see if we can get him up. What's Zuckerberg doing? So crazy. Okay. Man, what was I just gonna say? It was kind of a good point, I think. Oh yeah, if Joe Biden, the writer, we don't have to tell you guys that he's the main writer of the 94 crime bill, which really locked up a ton of people on low-level offenses, right? And then Kamala Harris, she was a prosecutor. And honestly, to be honest, I've actually looked into her record, and she had a man. I can't find that Zuckerberg. I can't find the Zuckerberg on YouTube right now. I'd pull it up. Let me see. Live. Let me just see what's going on. There it is. Boom. We'll pull it up right now. Let me finish my point, though, which is that Kamala Harris didn't lock up a ton of people for only weed charges, but the fact is she's still a
employees.
She's still a prosecutor, right?
As
so
part of,
what a
I think
strange superhero
the majority of
she would be if they legalized it. So okay, hold on.
People we work with have some interaction with the task system as part of.
Okay, let's do this. Sorry for the mess.
Basically, just a
complicated. We're gonna do this. Hey, guess what? Josh Larson is in the house.
Hey, what's going on, man? Good morning.
Shit. Hold on, trying to juggle some things.
Helpful, maybe as a follow-up to really understand the nature of that platform. I won't press you on it today because you said you weren't specifically familiar with the name of the tool, but I would be.
We're cool right now.
How it's used, but Mr. Dorsey, does Twitter have a platform similar to the task platform for work management, communication among staff?
Absolutely. I mean, even the smallest companies use these tools. We use a tool called.
Whoa, that guy's definitely a bad guy.
I was involved in implementing.
Remember last week when we talked about bad guy hair?
Sector, so I could
you just tell who's the bad guy by bad guy hair.
But Mr. Zuckerberg, you mentioned you didn't think there was a systematic coordination between Google and Twitter, but you could conceive of how people in similar professions, may have a discussion, have a relationship, maybe talk about it over a beer. So could you see how the skeptic could see how these platforms could be used across platforms to force certain outcomes? Let's say you had 100 people at Facebook, 100 people at Twitter, and 100 people at Google that all had a political bent. They get together, they share notes, and then they go back and make decisions that could make it appear like it's a corporate initiative, but it could be an initiative by maybe some well-intentioned but misguided staff. Could you at least conceive of that being possible?
Senator, I understand the concern, and I think that coordination,
bad guy hair,
specifically on writing the
bad guy face, bad guy head, bad guy eyeballs, bad guy mouth,
problematic in the way that you're saying.
Is he staying at a Motel 6? Jeez.
I really wanted to make sure that it was clear.
Bro, if he's not using a face swap app right now,
potential harms that we're seeing, whether it's
look, his head's just an oval, and then the features are superimposed.
Attack that people try to share virally, so that way, if one platform is seeing it, another platform can be
basically
prepared.
Looks like Earthworm Jim right now. Why am I stinging on him? He's gonna come for me.
Signals around foreign interference in elections. But I think
You
it's
think you'd be
quite
used to being
important that
attacked.
each company deals with those signals in the way that
No way, Joe.
is in line with their own policies. And that
What do we
I think is
miss?
very different from saying that the companies are kind of coordinating to kind of figure out what the policy should be. I understand what the concern would be around that, and that's why I wanted to be clear about what we do and don't do there.
No, I agree with that. I would find it horribly irresponsible to
feel like this guy's granddaughter just showed him Twitter 2 months ago.
Across the platform, but just with the sheer numbers of people that you all employ now, I could see.
I guarantee some people are still mispronouncing it.
Of what's been suggested here in the hearing could actually occur with just small groups of people trying to manipulate certain outcomes.
I wonder if one of them
But
asked,
I don't wanna
is
get into
anybody on
details here,
Parler?
except
Anybody
to know
else on
that
Parler? I'm
these
looking for a friend.
platform, if it's similar to ones that I have experience with.
I don't see these types of posts on there.
Logging has a lot of data to where maybe you could do yourself a service by saying, I hear what's been suggested here, but in analyzing the interactions between groups of people and seeing maybe some aberrations, some people being more active and more geared towards one outcome or another, it could actually help you alleviate some of our concerns with the way these platforms are being manipulated. I'm not going to have time to drill down into some of the specific questions. I'm glad that, to hear that you all are open on some regulatory outcome. I will tell you, if you listen,
He is just
my
saying
colleagues
words.
on both sides of the aisle
Right.
today,
He is trying to
expect
kill the
Congress
final
is
2
gonna
minutes.
act, in the next Congress, that we're going to produce an outcome.
Yeah, he's just running
And
out the
some
clock.
people think that
Right.
it's possible
He said, I
because
wish I had
maybe
time to get
the,
to my specific questions,
the
but I
Republicans
don't
and
because I'm
Democrats are far
just
apart. But if you
mumbling.
listen to what
I've
they're
been there before,
asking
just
you,
praying for the light.
they're
Just come on, get me off
with
stage.
the kind of outcome that they didn't like on social media in equal measure.
This reminds me of doing a book report in the 5th grade.
You would be well served to come to.
Well, it
I
had to
really
be
liked
1,000
it. I
words.
really
as an
liked this book
industry
because
and
it
identify
was a
things
good
by
book that
Mr.
reminded me of these
Zuckerberg,
other
like what you
books that
said
I
about
read before.
transparency. And Mr. Dorsey,
I'd
do
love to
think
tell you
that
about
the
those ones.
algorithms, when you talk about the sheer scale,
I actually read
are
those ones.
Probably the most sustainable way to go. But we're still going to have some confidence. I like
This
your
book reminded me of a
concept on
story
choice as well,
that I
but,
just made up.
we're going to have more visibility into what's occurred and what's produced certain outcomes, like a Veterans Day post that I did after.
Man, I gotta
election.
take a
It was
bong
actually
hit, yo.
After my.
I wonder if this guy's
opponent
wife or
had
mistress picked out that purple tie.
posted a picture thanking veterans, and
Hey, y'all, don't
for a
forget
period of
about the
time, I think he was
anteaters.
suspended and directing
Brought to you
people
by
towards
God.
election results. I would like to think, if that was a result of an algorithmic decision, that my opponent, who almost certainly
Algorithmic
posted
decision?
a veterans ad, and every other person who was up for election,
He wrote
got a
that
similar
down. No way.
treatment. Because if they didn't, it would seem to me that there was some other factor in play if these algorithms are being applied to the base of, in that case, political commentary from elected officials or candidates. So I view this hearing as an opportunity to seek your commitment on two things. One, I mentioned to you all yesterday, I've got a intellectual property subcommittee hearing in the middle of December. I would like to have a Facebook and Twitter representative there. I know you're very different platforms, but I think you
Look, he's using it to pitch his other event.
Senator Coons, who's sitting
Right.
across from me now.
Hey, if
Would
you
like to have
enjoyed me here,
represented. I
come
think
see
I
me.
could speak for Senator Coons. That would be helpful, and we'd like to get your commitment.
I got
to
a
have
couple
witnesses
extra
for that
minutes
hearing
if
in
you
the
want to
middle of
tell some
December.
jokes.
Mr. Zuckerberg, can I get that commitment?
If you'll give me a ride.
Senator, yes, we will make sure that we have the right subject matter expert to join your hearing.
Thank you. And Mr. Dorsey?
Which just means not me here
We'll
to
follow
be
up.
there. Somebody other than me.
The best course of action.
Thank you. And,
Oh, yeah,
and
that
then we'll
guy.
be following up on.
That
He needs
guy's
to
not
shave his head.
exactly a
I'd
good
like
guy
to
either.
ask that- Let me get my head around some of the analytics.
That guy's
information that I think
goatee
you almost
means,
certainly have, and hopefully be
If pushed
willing
over
to
the
share it,
edge, he
but we'll
could
do that
easily
in a
fucking
collaborative
go
way
for. Whoops.
in my office.
24
Thank you for
minutes. I
being
said
here
that
today.
for.
Thank you. We're going to take a 5-minute break. I think
Yeah, that guy definitely has a basement.
break, and they certainly have earned it. And if that's okay with you, Senator Coons, we'll come back in about 5 minutes.
Look at those people just sitting on the floor chilling.
What? Oh my God. I forgot it's virtual. Okay, look, they're going to a 5-minute break. We're gonna go to a 30-second break, bro. But we always do this right now. It's coming up on halftime. Let me first remind you guys that Fuck 12 News is firster, liver, and localer than everything else you could possibly get. Trust me, like we get the news before the news gives you the news, right? We just don't have a platform. What are we going to do? Give it to Zuckerberg? This is really important right now because get us off social media, get us off of an apartment like I did right now. So go to Urban Survivor Man. Hopefully you're watching this show on Urban Survivor Man, and I fixed all the little problems with it, so you'll watch it live. There was some double clicking you had to do. Do that, but also just get your ass onto a .com so you own real. Here, I could say it better. I'll say it. Renting space in cyberspace, renting an apartment from Zuckerberg is no safer than renting an apartment in Portland, Oregon. Your rents keep going up, your accommodations keep going down, the neighborhood keeps getting worse. Well, all of you should be doing is going and getting yourself a nice little condominium that you own or a little piece of land in cyberspace so that your product can really exist on its own. And then you can still leave your real estate and go dabble with the commoners, right, in social media, but you can always come back and they can never take it away. So for that, check out my man Alex at Total Market Exposure. Yo, and let me remind you guys about the movement. I'll be a guest on the movement again at the end of this month. Yo, it's Jessie Sponberg. I'm rocking with the movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. And don't forget, Flight Lounge got that merch.
I can't keep on losing you over complications.
All right, and don't forget to get the 5 Radio XL app where you can actually listen to this show in just audio form. You don't have to watch the stupid video on Facebook. You can just literally listen to it on the 5 Radio XL satellite radio or get the app.
New music coming up. And we're right back.
Now this is G-Eazy. It's your boy, Yo Gotti the King.
These brand new, don't step on my business. I'ma hit that if she let me. They don't like how I talk that.
What's going on? This is Jessie. I gotta represent. Hey. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't ever stop.
Have you ever seen a crowd going apeshit?
Okay, and I think that's everything I wanted to plug. Stop me if I'm wrong, but remember tonight at 7 p.m. West Coast time, man, it's gonna be nuts. Josh will be with us tonight. A bunch of other comics will be with us, rappers. We're just gonna hang out and keep reminding people while we take over. Keep reminding people to share it and send us money. And then, hey, let's check in on the Senate floor real quick. Boom. Hearing is in recess. I love recess. It's my favorite subject in school.
Did you playing tetherball?
Tetherball? Oh, my God. I hate tetherball. I hate tetherball. My eyes have to focus real fast. Man, I played wall ball. You play wall ball?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wall ball was a good one, man. Absolutely.
How was your slicey game?
It was all right. I didn't move quick. So that was my downfall, but
oh, yeah, I would have punished you, geez, slow kids. Okay, look, it is halftime, so I don't know how many bowls you've already taken to the head this morning, but Red Panda's about to take 4 bowls to the head, and we'll be right back. Undefeated
every time.
Yo, here's the best part. Look at the clock. It
Mr.
really
Zuckerberg,
is.
Mr. Dorsey.
Yeah, it's back. Oh shit! Look. Boo. Boo.
We got both. Thank you. I'm sorry we went so
Yes,
long
yes,
without a break.
y'all, we
Senator
do.
Coons.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In the last 4 years, we have seen some unprecedented attacks on our democratic institutions, our social norms, the ways in which we conduct ourselves in this democracy, and many would say on truth itself. And in today's
Bad guy
society,
head.
we can't talk about truth without also
He's had the last same
considering
same hairstyle last 4 years.
social media platforms.
That dude looks like one of the
By Mike,
aliens
Mr.
from Indiana
Zuckerberg,
Jones 4 with
Mr.
the crystal
Dorsey,
skull.
Free expression and open debate are, of course, core values.
The Atacama
Whether
zombies.
you wished for it or not, the inescapable
Not zombies,
fact
mummies.
is
I mean,
algorithms
not
and
zombies.
policies and your business decisions shape what billions
Somebody
of
has a
people
gem in their
across
pocket
the
they need to
world,
put back.
and a working majority of people here in our nation understand to be true. Now, that's
It
the
kind of
case
looks
for
like
election integrity, for potential
to get out into this
COVID-19
world,
vaccine,
this
for
senator
climate
broke out
change,
the stomach of another
for
senator.
hateful and dangerous stereotypes and many other critical issues. I
Just
also
put
wanna
his suit
recognize
on. It doesn't quite fit, but it's
small
close.
part was the hard work of many, led by your ingenuity and resolve, that built these impressive American companies and revolutionized the way the world communicates. We need that same resolve to reckon today with what must be done to win our society's battle for truth. Mr. Zuckerberg, as you know, yesterday I sent you, along with 14 of my colleagues, a total of 15 senators.
Shut
we sent you a
up,
letter
fool.
urging Facebook to do more to address hate speech and calls to violence on the platform. We focused particularly on anti-Muslim bias on an issue that warrants specific attention.
I
Given
like how it's that
the
Facebook
tragic
has to do a better job of
consequences
censoring and not that
anti-Muslim
people
hate
should just
speech in
be
Myanmar,
better.
Sri Lanka, and New Zealand.
Let's not worry about the
And
people
right
who
here
are
in the
saying the
United States.
things. Let's just
And I appreciate
stop
that
letting them
Facebook
say it out
has
loud.
taken actions in response to these issues, but this letter points out why we need better metrics and transparency to actually evaluate your actions. So
I just
my
want to know
colleagues and I urge
why our
better
group got
enforcement,
taken
in
down.
particular, of your call to arms policy,
Because we're
which
biased.
could have made a
So
difference
what?
in a recent tragedy in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
What part of the internet
You
isn't
and I
somewhat
spoke,
biased?
last week. I
mean,
appreciated our conversation.
All our news is real.
Can I count on you to provide specific and
Well, yeah, but according to media, real is actually
each of the
biased
questions
instead
in this
now. That's
letter,
that's
and
got to be
then
the
can
play.
we discuss them again?
Senator,
No,
yes.
that's where journalism went
I
wrong. I'll tell you
read
in a
your
minute.
letter, and I commit to getting back in detail with our team to
He left it on
address the
red.
important
He
topics
said, "I
that
read
you've
your letter."
raised.
He
And
left it on red.
one of your questions that I can actually answer right now, I think it was your second question about reporting in our quarterly transparency reports about the prevalence of hate speech that we find on our platforms. We will actually be adding that metric into our transparency reports this Thursday when we announce our latest round of our latest transparency report.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you,
Data.
Mr. Zuckerberg. Let me just make
The
sure. I
robot
hear you
stuttered
right
for a
about
second.
prevalence, because that's one of my areas of concern is the absence
Buffering.
of the report of the prevalence of you mean you'll be
You're not supposed to
reporting
buffer as a human.
not just what percentage of hate speech on the platform you're identifying, catching, proactively removing, but the total volume?
Senator, that's my understanding is the prevalence of that content is a percentage of content on the platform. And over time, our goal is going to be to get into more detail, which
Man,
is
I just
the
can't.
subject
I
of
just
some of the
can't.
questions.
This is
Knows
just
nothing.
gonna. It's just gonna go all day, man. I can't. Look, if somebody starts fighting, if there's a fight, if somebody comes in and hits somebody with a chair,
Oh,
then
or a shoe.
text me. Text me and we'll go to a shoe. Yeah. Text me and oh shit. Yo, that's I didn't notice that poster behind you before.
I've been doing some redecorating a little bit.
No shit. Hold on.
That was back when Hollywood Video started to close down. I nabbed up one of the posters.
Hold on, man. I'm gonna show you something crazy. Anyways, so now that we're back on lockdown, has your life changed?
No, it's exactly the same. I've been in lockdown since the beginning. I do my work. I come home, and that's it. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we're so screwed, man. We are like so screwed, like so incredibly screwed, because we are going to get the worst of both, right? Like either we open the businesses and infect people, or we don't open the businesses, but we still infect people because people aren't going to care.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Look, man. Hey, the company from Bend wants a little shout out to Bend, the last blockbuster in the world. Too bad it wasn't the last buster in the world. Okay, look, I want to show you guys something. There we go. Watch this. This is going to trip you out. Look what I found on the internet by bumping around. Sorry, it's a lot of buttons in this thing. Look at that. Boom. Look, I just made myself. Oh, that's a screenshot. I'm such a buster. I didn't even clip it. Get out of here. Hey, but this is cool because this is exactly the kind of show we're trying to build, right? Like we can just throw some shit up like Tosh.0, but at full speed and off the top. Here's some other shit I wanted to remind you guys of, that I had toilet paper in my truck and nobody took it. Look, I woke up this morning. I was like, no shit. Look, I haven't been in my truck all weekend. So I was like, certainly somebody is going to steal the toilet paper out of my truck. But praise baby Jesus, they did not do it. Hey, that brings me to something, man. What's more complicated, toilet paper math or t-shirt math? Okay. So like toilet paper math is like, all right, we'll give you 12 rolls that are actually double the rolls at half price. So you're getting 2 times, 3 times the rolls divided by a third. You're like, what? And then the t-shirts, every single one of them is different, right? They're like, we'll give you 4 for $12.99, or we'll give you 5 for $14.99. But wait, right when you're about to do that math, we're going to cross those numbers out. And then we're going to add a bonus shirt. So the only thing that I know for certain about buying t-shirts is look for the one where they crossed it out and gave you some new math to do, because that is obviously a generous ploy to get you to buy their shirts, right? And save you the math.
There's boxes of them in the back.
Oh, smokes. That's complicated, but true.
Right? Well, then toilet paper gets you too, because they'll say there's actually 48 rolls in this bin. And then you look at it, it's like, nah, it's 12. Like it's 12. I'm carrying 12. I'm not carrying 48 rolls of toilet paper, but that's what they say on the packaging. Like, no, you're lying to me.
Man,
get that math.
Can I tell you, that's exactly what that was my first thought this morning was, I told my friends I had 24 rolls. Then when I actually went to take the picture, I was like, oh, it's really just 12 mega rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, man, I've been living a lie for at least 2 full days now. 2 full days just got lying, telling people I got 24 rolls, making them think I was.
Carmen knows what they're doing.
Making them think I was pandemic rich. Like, ooh, look at all that toilet paper, just swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck. Okay. Wait. I'm not going back to Zuckerberg. Yo, what I really want to talk to you today about is how embarrassing to still be having to defend the president. And then what I want to talk to the whole team about is whether or not Joe Biden is going to legalize cannabis on a national scale, and how ironic that will be if Joe Biden, the writer of the 94 crime bill, which everybody knows by now, right? And Kamala Harris sent a lot of people to prison. So here's the thing. 1, are they gonna legalize it? And 2, does that redeem their souls? Like if they're the politician that finally pushes America through. And even if it's not from benevolence, even if it's just from common sense or from trying to help the country recover from the pandemic, right? Cannabis could recover us from the pandemic. In fact, if it was the 90s, we could just still be selling 9/8 out of an ounce to each other, and we could totally have our own economy.
Right? Everything would run smooth. I think, man, I think that they're not going to get to forgive their souls if they do this, but at the same time, it would buy them a couple of years pass. It would be one of those where you just be like, all right, well, we'll let a few things go, at least in the general eye. A few things will go if they let it go. Are they the people to pass and legalize marijuana? I don't know. But it would be the smartest play on their part if we're talking politics.
I mean, we need something to bring us out of this depression or this recession, this pandemic, the everything that's going around. Cannabis cures all, they say, you know.
Yep. It's an essential business here in Oregon. They get to stay out there and work. So it should prove around, once you open that up and you get all that money, I think a few people would start realizing some things.
So here's the thing. The one religion that I strongly believe in, and the one belief in the afterlife that I live my life by is the Egyptians and the Hindus. But specifically the Egyptians, where your soul is going to be judged, like super judged. They're going to put it on a scale, and you're going to have to reconcile for every decision you make. So here's the question: is what is the value of a life set free versus the value of a life taken, right? Like, how many people did you put into servitude? How many people did you put into bondage versus how many people you let free from bondage, right? Like right now, if you pass cannabis legislation and retroactively, look, I'm so hyped, I'll just if you retroactively let these people out of jail, for example, the people in Georgia who have been sitting on bedrock for 5 months without even seeing a judge to get sentenced, who might get the charges dropped because it's only a gram, and they got caught with a gram and they've been sitting there waiting to see a judge because the system is so backlogged, because it's so overburdened with low-level victimless drug offenses, right? So stop it right now. Let my people go. Great. But will it redeem their souls when they're sitting there in front of the alligator or the crocodile-faced god with the cheetah body, right? And then gun, what, with the hippo butt? I don't remember exactly what it looks like. I'm so overstimulated right now. But I don't know. That's probably different conversation for a different day, I guess.
It can't redeem them, at least as far as their soul goes and for the end all of afterlife. But at the same time, for the general public, for what is going on in life now, I feel like it'd give them at least I wouldn't tweet about them for like a year or two just to give them a break.
Okay, look, is the trade-off like straight across? So let's say that 5,000 lives were stolen, right? Because of you, either directly or indirectly, but within the proximity and by proxy, you definitely participated in the taking of these people's freedom, right? So do you come back with an even exchange +1? Does that get you back into heaven? Like,
doesn't get you back in, but it lets you go up a couple of steps closer towards the gate, maybe. Right? Because people got to be allowed to, I don't know, I'm gonna say learn. Not that I fully believe that like Biden has learned and they have changed and Harris is a difference of opinion now on a lot of things, but you have to allow them at least the opportunity to see if they can change and come around. So it doesn't redeem 5,000, but does it? If bringing in medical marijuana does save lives, does them saving lives of the people who need that medicine to help? Does that help counteract? I'm not as familiar with the Egyptians. I was Lutheran, man.
It's just justice, like, is he really atoning for those things if he passes it because it's financially beneficial to the country, or is it really atonement if he just does it because it'll make him popular at a time that he needs to raise his popularity, or are these people really going to be able to. Because look, I'll tell you this. I don't give really two shits about this reality, man. What, these 60 years I'm going to be on this planet? A lot of people are chasing material wealth, which are going to find themselves poor in the long run, right? So I don't try to judge myself by those standards, and I try to think about my placement in eternity, which brings us back to the Hindus, because I would like to hopefully, I don't know, maybe reincarnate as somebody that could dunk next time.
Oh,
that'd be cool. I'd like to be able to dunk. Boom. So that's the reincarnation I'm working on right now. I just want to be able to dunk. Hey, look, some people can't even touch the net, man. Think what their karma's like. No, look, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, short people.
I got excited that I almost touched the rim the other day.
Oh, man, those were the days. Those were the days. Man, if I could dunk, it would be just like this. Boosh! Out of here. Blam. Boom. All right, that was stupid. Hey, just wait, man. We are primed for the we're primed for the takeover, man. Oh shit, yo. Here's an update for Stand Up and Fight Back. Says they got new stuff on the site right now. That is some dope shit. Where's their ad? Let's find their spot. Come on, Jess. Blue, 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 blue. Well, while I'm here, don't forget to go to urbansurvivorman.com tonight and watch the Fuck 12-a-thon, where we're going to be raising money for the website. Full takeover 2021. You guys don't even know. I told you in 2016. You were like, what are you doing? I was like, bro, I'm about to build an empire. I'm about to build an empire. I got hosed by the media. Now, instead of turning into a super villain, I'm just going to reinvent media and put those people out of business, right? That's my revenge. I don't need to copy what you're doing. We'll reinvent the wheel. Because my news, not your news. Why? Because your news is crap. Okay, look, check this out. Go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com and you can get the edgy shit. There's new stuff. I saw a little preview of it last night. There's some dope shit up there. You go there, use the promo code Coffee and Bong Hits, and you can get some edgy ass shit, edgier than what I'm wearing. What else do I have to say? I mean, do I have to run? I think I'm doing okay. Hey, don't forget, man, if you're in the neighborhood, stop by Ty Champa. Tell them Large Marge sent you. Okay, so here's the thing. The last thing I really want to bring up is like, so these people that have made the president their whole personality, they're stuck, man. They're like super stuck right now because that's their thing. What are you going to do? Are you going to like be a Raider fan that someday just starts rooting for the Broncos? These people are lifelong losers, right? They to get to that position in life where you are deplorable and where you feel like you have some absence of your white privilege, right? Where you're one of those people that walks around and goes, I've never benefited at all from my white privilege. My life is crap. Shit sucks. People don't let me spend the night at their house because I steal from them and shit. I don't have no kind of privilege, right? Like, bro, realize how much worse your life would be if you were not benefiting from those benefits in life, right? So these people are hunkered down. They're the people who are Raider fans when the Raiders are 0-12. They're like, oh, don't worry. There's still a mathematical possibility of the Raiders making the playoffs and going all the way. In your face, man. The Raiders are the best. In your face. These people are conditioned by a lifetime of loserness that what are they going to do, right? So they just got to ride or die with El Presidente, right? They can't dip out right now. They'll look like busters to the other losers because one thing losers have in common is solidarity, man. Outcasts always find a way to band together, and that's how the church That's how the church tricks people, man. It goes and tells them proselytize, knock on people's doors, go to far off countries and show them your smallpox, right? Make them wear shoes, like literally be as annoying as possible. And then when people tell you, get the hell out of my face, you come back to the church and they're like, nobody likes us. The church is like, oh, we love you though. They purposely do that. It's abusive because one thing you can find in loserdom is you can find camaraderie, commonality, right? The outcasts band together. But you can literally be an outcast from reality. Like these QAnon people, they love each other, man. It doesn't even matter. They hug each other in the middle of a pandemic. Why? One, camaraderie. Two, because they still think 5G causes the goddamn coronavirus. I can't believe I said all that without saying the F word. Whew. Okay. Where was I, man? Man, I get
That's
too
the thing, though. I will say that you're right with the church. The church is that huge push. But that's the one thing with some of these people, if you're going to do the sheeples or the stupid people that are out there, is there will be another person that will come along and they will start following them. It's just now, how long do we wait? I think you're right. Who's the first big person to like pull away from Trump after he's out to get the rest of the dum-dums to start following and go towards whoever else says that God helps run the country? And if we don't salute the flag and praise Jesus, then we should all be, go to hell.
Right? It's like a game show at this point when they're like, all right, we started with 1 million followers, and every day the president is going to become progressively more heinous, and we'll see how many people jump off the wagon. And every day people jump off. It's like one of those dance marathons they used to have in the 80s. You'd start with like 100 people dancing, and then like, 12 hours later, 12 hours later, it's just Jack Tripper and Mr. Furley are the last two people dancing. And that's how it is. Like every day, Donald Trump gets crazier. Now the president is literally just like, oh, the election's fake. I got fouled. Like, you lost 11-0, get off the court. And he's like calling his mom. And people are like, oh, well, there's going to be a recount. And then they're like, all right, Rudy Giuliani's his best friend in the world. And they're like, oh, damn, that's bad. Okay, but maybe, he's just being friends with Rudy Giuliani. But then they're like, all right, the president literally just took a dump in the Oval Office. And they're like, well, yeah, but it could happen to anybody. And then it's like, oh, my God, the president just came over, did a running, flying knee kick right to your mom's teeth and broke all your mom's teeth out. And they're just like, she was a libtard anyways, man. She watches Fox and they're turning liberal. And it's like literally like, okay, the president just put your kid in a headlock and DDT'd your kid right into a lake full of piranhas, and they were hungry piranhas, and they're infected with salmonella, and so your kid's going to infect your whole family with salmonella or whatever, right? And they're like, God damn, okay. And they're like, USA, USA, in your face, and there's nothing you can do. And just imagine, we almost lived in a world where those people ruled for all eternity. For the rest of time, those people were about to be the gentry, the royals, the tastemakers, the in-your-facers.
Those people are playing parachute chicken. We almost turned gravity off, but he says, how stupid can you be? You just keep going, and Tom pulled his parachute, liberal, and they just keep hanging on. I'm wondering that we're going to see a few hit the ground hard, though.
Hey, they're going to turn violent, man. That's what people like that do when they're mentally challenged to the point of anxiety, like they can't compete, right? Like the world's just got so many long division problems, and they're just like, I don't know remainders.
People who don't know how to control their emotions, they just get violent. Right? That's what they do, right?
Yeah, and these people are those kind of people, right? The last of the deplorables. The last of the people that are literally just in these chat rooms, moving to Parlor, festering the pus of the sliver that is the president, right? Eventually it'll have to pop, and when it pops, it's going to stink. It's going to smell like gangrene and Vietnam vet athlete's foot, bro. You ever smell jungle rot?
Nah. It's going to be like that cyst on the back that pops 20 years later, man.
Oh, literally the worst. Oh, man. It's already time to go, Josh. Man, I never plan on keeping you forever.
Right, hey, I'm down, man. I love it.
I'm always like, oh my God, I guarantee this guy's got some better shit to do. Yes, Marty, you are not lying. They just need to drink the damn Kool-Aid already. Okay. Man, I was hyphy this morning, man. I hadn't had an energy drink all week or all weekend, so I was just like, blam. Okay, boys and girls, let me just take this last opportunity to remind you know what? I am so sorry. I never say that. I do not care how you gender identify, boys and girls. I was trying to emulate somebody I heard when I was a kid. I did not mean that. Look, okay, all kinds of different people from all parts of the spectrum. We do not care how you identify or if you drive a truck or eat triple cheeseburgers. We don't put standards on other people. Okay, so here's the point. Go to standupandfightback.bigcartel and at least go check out what they got. That is cool. But the most important thing I could tell you today is make sure you show up tonight. We're just going to be clowning, man. We're going to be like watching Bugs Bunny cartoons and watching that video. I got like 4 hours to kill while we're just collecting money and going up to 500, 600, 700, 800 as we just go up, get the money, drop it on the website, people, get the high-tech security with the retina scan. So nobody can compromise us. Then Zuck can't mess with us. That bad guy looking dude with the long ass goatee from Twitter can't mess with us. Okay, so remember, look, go to urbansurvivorman.com. And you're like, Jesse, that's crazy. What do you mean go to urbansurvivorman.com? Yeah, we don't need social media. We can just do everything over there. So all these people that are like, oh, we want to shut down the telethon. You literally can't shut down the telethon. I own my own real estate. And a lot of people I tried to warn a long time ago, they're like, Jesse, why don't you hang out? Man, I work 16 hours a day trying to build machines. Okay, just help me get through this last piece of these machines, and we might have a fighting chance in this information war where headlines are literally weapons, man, because all people read are headlines. So let me bring headlines to the people. That's on urbansurvivorman.com. Yes, where Jason Voorhees hangs out with his mom. You bring your mom just like Marty and Erica do. Erica, that makes you Jason Voorhees. But we love you guys being around here. Josh, I really appreciate you coming on all the time. I will split my 24 rolls times 2 3 ways with you. All right. All right, everybody. Don't forget what happens if you believe in believing. What happened at the exact moment I started peeing and said, I'm the king of this jungle. You'll respect me, monkeys. Then what happened?
We saw monkeys.
And it's like that. And that's the way it is. Huh. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. If I don't say Audi 5000G, that means those monkeys got my phone. Let me do this then like this. Oh, that don't work. Let me do it like this. That don't work. Let me do it like this. That don't work. Let me do it like this. That don't work. Let me do it like, I don't know. Shit. Audi 5000 Gs.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.